So any other thoughts on the local market absorption and there? I think there's a combination of those things. Now, the other thing, and I got to check on this, but if it's been coming soon and then it goes on, does the active days on the market active, does that take those days into account? Takes them off. Okay, so it does take them off. Okay.
It does come off. I didn't think it did, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Doesn't it go into cumulative though? No,
it goes
new. Oh, I don't know.
Cumulative it might, but it comes off of the, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just put it on official yesterday, so it should show.
Oops. And then coming up on, hang on, where are we at?
I think also the agents are doing it
December 11th, during our planning day, we'll do a 9:30 to 12:30. We'll include lunch, so we'll have some soups and stuff like that to make and all that. So, what?
December 11th.
We'll talk, yeah. I'd prefer not to combine the two, although it might work. So that's coming up December 11th. It'll be 9:30 to 12:30. We may push it back earlier to 9, so we got enough time. We got to look and see how long it's going to actually take to get through it. And again, we'll have you do your business planning prior to coming in, so you're prepped and ready to go with that. But if you don't, here's the thing: if you don't business plan, if you don't have something to aim at, you'll hit it every time. So if you've got no goals, you've got no dreams, you'll hit that every time. Do I reach all of my goals and everything that I want to do? No, but I go pretty aggressively. But the thing is, because I have those, I probably do way more than I would if I didn't, because there's times where I don't do it and I don't, get anywhere. And my wife and I make lists of things we want to accomplish in our home and that sort of stuff. Yeah. And it's amazing. I'll find those lists. It's like, oh yeah, we did that, because it was part of our plan. It was part of our vision that we wanted to do.
Also, if you plan out what you're going to do throughout the years to market, is really good too.
Yep. Hey, James. Hello. Office training schedule. So here we go, Connie. December 2nd, there'll be a meeting this Friday for a Foundation Friday, and this Friday is free for all. So.
Oh, bummer! Damn it.
Okay. So Friday is free for all. So let me know what things you want to talk about so I can have that ready for Foundations Friday on Friday. December 2nd will be our contracts one. And that's what we'll be going through more specifically on how to do the contracts, all that. December 4th, Foundations Friday. And December 11th will be our planning day. And then December 18th, the Foundations Friday, and that'll be it for the year. So that's the schedule there. We'll post those up. Now, here's what we're going to talk about today: making more connections and building your sphere. Real estate, in a lot of ways, real estate is about a few things. One, it's about relationships. Two, it's a numbers game. And so some of you, including myself, hate rejection. We hate hearing no. Linda, what are you going to hear in real estate?
Yes.
Linda, you still there? Linda? Did I lose? I think we lost Linda.
I'm here.
Okay. So what are you going to hear in real estate?
Sucks to suck.
No, you're gonna hear the word no. You're gonna hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just get used to it. It's okay. I mean, again, we can look at the numbers of houses that were sold in this area over the last year, and it's over 4,000 in the last year of sold. So there's business being done. It's going to grow. So, but you've got to continue to make more connections, and you got to continue to build your sphere. So who do you know? When in doubt, just ask yourself the following question: if someone mentioned me by name to this person, would they recall who I am and state that they knew me or that they had met me before? So if you think of somebody, would they know you? I've got people that I put into my database that came to my properties for rentals, and so I'm doing kind of a rental campaign thing. And some blurbs went out yesterday to them, and several of them were like, who are you? So that means that I've got to, I got to get on the phone and call these people and say, hey, you came to my rental and you're looking for a place to rent. And so I've got you on here. Would love to help, see if we can help you to buy down the road in the future. So, but do people know you? Do they remember who you are? I mean, I've had clients who probably have, that have helped that probably have no idea, can't remember my name because I didn't do good follow-up with them. So who do you know? Start with your strongest advocates, friends, spouse, immediate family, extended family, relatives, past coworkers, neighbors. So I got a neighbor across the street. We've been using their house. They got a swimming pool. Their kids are all out of the area. They've got 2 grandkids only that live in Pennsylvania. So they said, hey, anytime you want to use our pool, bring your grandkids over, knock yourself out. We'd love to have you come over and do that. So we've been doing that. So about a month ago, Sue's over there talking with them and the grandkids are swimming. And it gets, well, what does Dave do? And well, he's in real estate. Oh, we didn't know. We've been neighbors with them for 20 years and they have no idea that I was a real estate agent. Now I've talked to them before. They probably and did talk about that probably about 8 years ago or so. But that means I'm not doing a good job of letting people know that I'm real estate. I don't have to be, I don't have to be paying about it, but they should know what I do.
You should put it on your car, Dave.
Yeah, I should. Well, the problem is, Carla, have you seen how I drive?
Oh, you're a little reckless?
Well, I'm not reckless. I just, I move right along. So I gotta be,
He has no rules. There's no rules
that,
to his driving. There's no rules to his driving. Oh boy.
No, I drive, here's how I drive. I drive to keep space around me and bubbles around me. So I may speed up to get past people because I don't want to, I like to keep this bubble around me. So anyway, so who are your strongest advocates? Who are people who are in your corner? Start with there, get them in there. Reach out to these people to obtain or update their contact information. I did this a couple years back, said, hey, I'm just going through my database. So I just want to make sure my information is correct. Ended up having several good real estate conversations with them. I think I got a listing that came out of that because they were just thinking about listing their home. Go through, get their address, their email address, phone number, birth date if you want, and then do that all important thing on your database. If they're a homeowner, go find out when they put a home and put the anniversary thing for their purchase and set it up so that every year at the anniversary, it says, hey, congratulations on the anniversary of the purchase of your home. No one else is doing that. If you're doing that and they're getting emails like, oh, this person's on top of it. They're thinking you're sitting around every day seeing, okay, who's got a home anniversary today? Let me send them out but you set that up automatic and it goes out every year. So it's also equally important that they're reminded you're in real estate and could use their help. If you don't ask, biblical principle, you don't have because you don't ask, and you ask with wrong motives. So ask with right motives and ask, because if you're not asking them, you're not being engaged with them, then you're not going to get results on that.
There's a good book about that. It's called The Aladdin Factor.
The Aladdin Factor? Okay.
And I read that years ago, and it's, we're all raised to say, to be polite and not to pest and not to be in people's faces and the whole 9 yards. And it's really a good book and it's a fast read.
Okay.
And it's one of those things that I walked by in Costco one day and I saw it and oh, that looks interesting. And I brought it home and I read it like in a day.
Okay.
And
The Aladdin Factor.
I'll school stuff away.
Okay. So a book recommendation is The Aladdin Factor. Aladdin, as in
Genie in the Lamp.
Genie in the Lamp. Yeah. Okay. Do you know anyone moving this year? So here's what you ask them. Hey, if you run into someone thinking about moving, can I count on you to recommend me by name and get their phone numbers for me? So when you talk to people, hey, I know I'm not trying to get you to move, but who's thinking about moving. Could you give them my name and my phone number? Here's my card. So you've got that. Would you do that for me? And would you get their phone number for me? So if they do that and they give you their phone, they give the phone number, someone who they say, hey, this person, I talked to them, here's their phone number. What should you do? Call them. Call them. Hey, so-and-so gave me your number. They said that you're thinking about moving, and they're great people and they know you. And so I'd love to see if I could help you out with what your plans are. Who else you know that you can reach out to? I've got people in my phone contacts that still aren't in my database. They should be. Wedding lists, Facebook, LinkedIn, other social media, friends or followers, email contacts, neighborhood directors, church membership lists, social activities directories, including sports team rosters. For some of you and churches, the directories are online and it's all on electronically. I know that most churches now, their roster and all that are online. People can go on there who are going to the church, and you get name, phone number, email addresses, and all that. You want to be careful with how you do that, but a lot of times you can get that. Sports team rosters. Figure places where you can contact people. Okay, right now, with all the stuff going on, people want to have connection. Yeah. Even if it's talking to a real estate agent. They want connection. Exactly. Hey, I'd like to talk to you about, this is Dave Hansen, Weichert Realtors, and just want to see if I could talk for a few minutes about real estate. Yes, please. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. So who do you know? Move into the following categories then for more people to connect with and build your sphere. Your local family, relatives, friends, acquaintances, clubs, organizations, sports clubs or gyms, workout groups, team sports players, neighbors, children's teachers, coaches, tutors, past coworkers, professional service providers, doctors, dentists, therapists, attorneys, accountants, CPAs, tradesmen who provide services at your home, painters, plumbers, pool, lawn services. People, you have somebody come to your home or you have somebody come to do one of your properties, give them your cards. Hey, if you come across people who are thinking of selling, please give me a call. And then if they give you a call, they give you a lead, whether it pans out or not, make sure you get a gift for that person saying, thank you for doing that for me. A lot of people have built, a lot of people built a lot of businesses by just dealing with vendors and giving them a stack of their cards and saying, hey, could you do this? And, if you see somebody who, thinking about moving, let me know and I'll reach out to them. And if they give you a lead, get them a gift, something nice, because people love getting things for passing information on. So those are things you do. Also, if you're married, dive into those people your spouse knows as well. It's a numbers game. The more people you know, the more people who know you, like you, and trust you, the better opportunities you have for getting business. And that's what this is about. We cannot sit by passively and idly. Here's the thing. 15 to 20% of the agents are out there actually making phone calls, talking to people, doing, once or twice a year gifts to their client base or the people they know, who are calling, sending out mail, sending out postcards. 15 to 20% of the people are doing it. The rest are sitting around waiting for the phone to ring. Be part of that 15 to 20% because it'll make a difference. Yeah, she does gifts out there, and Lori does a great job with business. So, okay, I've said it before. I'll keep saying it. This is a job. It's a career. Yes, the checks are nice. However, to get the nice checks, you got to work it. You got to work for it. You've got to work for it. It's not going to just happen. Now, that being said, there's times it does just happen. In a sense, I got this new list in Alameda. It's a relo from the Weichert Relo, and it's their government relo portion of that. The reason that they used me is because I'd done one for them, which Judy passed them on to me. She said, I don't want to go to Alameda, and good reason, it's a poke. But I worked that one well, and Danny called me up and said, you did great in the last one, so here's this one. And now that I'm kind of got the system and know what's going on, my goal is Alameda, there's a base right there. So there's me people coming and going all the time. So my goal is to get good at this and then start pulling different ones of you in to work it with me so that eventually then you guys can be getting those as well. But we got to make sure that we get the reputation down and get it done well first, and then we can move that on. So, but you got to work those relationships. You got to get out there, show what you can do. Here's okay, what's SOI, people? SOI, what is it? Come on. No. Anybody? SOI. Sphere of influence. Sphere of influence script. Here's the thing. Hi, my name is Dave Hanson with Weichert Realtors, HH & Associates. How are you today? I'm calling because I'm updating my customer service database. I would just say I'm updating my database. And I noticed I'm missing some contact information for you. Plus, I need to do a better job of staying in touch with people. I know I'd love to send you something over the holidays. And from time to time, would that be okay with you? Great. So let's see. It looks like I need your email address, phone number, whatever. Find something in there that you don't have as an excuse to call them. Great. Thank you. Is there anything I can do for you right now? Anything, any way I can help you, real estate or otherwise, for you? Then while I've got you on the line, I want to ask who you might know that might be looking to move in the near future. And I would probably joke around and say, who do you know that's moving out of California in the future? Because they'll laugh about that and you'll create a discussion. So find things that will engage them and get that discussion going, because everybody's, that's the feeling, is everybody's moving out of California. Maybe a friend, family member, coworker. If there's anybody you meet, if you would refer them to me, it'd be great. I'd appreciate that. I'll send you a couple of my business cards in the mail along with a little gift for your time and that. So find your voice, but call. If you're not calling, you're missing an opportunity. I've had some people in my database over the last few months that all of a sudden it's like house comes up. I look who the owner is. It's like, oh, I know them. I didn't get that business. Haven't talked to them for 2 years, but hey, they should just call me up. Here's the part of real estate that is where the problem is sometimes we get rewarded for bad behavior. We don't do the right thing. We're not following our people and stuff falls in our lap. And so then we get lazy and we think that's how it happens. It will once in a while, but there's a whole bunch of business that we're missing out the opportunity on because people forgot that we exist or that we're in real estate, So you got to get out there, use your data. We've got a great database there, a very interactive database that will do a lot of stuff for you, but you still have to have some input into it. You still got to spend time in doing that and use your database, use your website, and use your phone and email and text. Sometimes what you want to do is maybe a round you go through 10 or 20 people a day and you do a text through the system and say, make sure you say, hey, this is Judy. You may not recognize this number because it'll be the smart number if you're doing it through the system, but just want to see how you're doing. Boom, send them the text. Or, are you, you find some creative way where you get them to respond back to that. Or maybe people who've been to an open house in the past that you got in your database. Hey, not sure if you ever found a home, but if you didn't, love to see if we can help you out with that. Find something, you want to find something where they have to respond back to it, where they have to answer a question back to you if you're doing a text. And people will, statistics say that I think 90% of people read their text within the first few moments that it comes in, except for my wife. Yeah. And the more urgent it is, the longer it takes for her to read it. So, Sphere of influence, social media direct message. So you could put this on social media. Hi, it's your name. How have you been? I'm updating my real estate database, and I'd love to send you something over the holidays from time to time. My real estate business was amazing last year, and I need to do a better job of staying in touch with people I know. So would you mind replying with your current home address, phone number, and email address to help me out? And you do a direct message. So I'll get them, do a DM to them, send that out. And you'll be surprised how much response you'll get from people on that and engage with people on that. So there's a sample for a direct message on Facebook or other areas, formats there. Again, you're starting the conversation. You're getting people. 80% you may not get anything from, but 20% you do. And if you get a response from 20% of the people and you keep that engaged and that engagement going, you have a good opportunity of doing that. Action steps. Start with the sphere of influence member contact form with the names of all the people that you reconnected with or located in the ways shown in this presentation. So keep track of it, who you're contacting, who you're reaching out to. Call 10 people on your sphere of influence member contact form per day. Now, if you're using the database, it'll give you people to contact every day. If you set that up for saying, hey, call these people, contact these people, make the phone call. Quick script questions. Do you know anyone thinking about moving this year? If you run someone thinking about moving, can I count on you recommending me by name and get their phone number for me? Or the full script we talked about before. Make sure they know you're in real estate and instruct them on how to refer you to people they know. Make sure they know, how many people in your database don't know you're in real estate? If it's more than 20%, you got work to do. Probably most of us, it's 50% of our database has no idea we're in real estate. So, okay, that's good. That's good. Send 10 direct messages per day on social media channels like Facebook or LinkedIn, using the thing that we talked about there. The point is, if you'll make 10 to 20 to 30 calls, texts, direct messages every day, disciplined, you have a better. So if you're making 30 contacts a day, 150 contacts, and you convert 2% of that. So 2% of 150, 10% is 15. So one at three. So if if you're doing 150 a week and you're converting even 1%, you're converting one person a week, or you're getting the opportunity for business one a week. Over time, you'll start to actually be getting those people every week. You'll start getting appointments for listings, or people want to go out and buy and do things. And then that's where that momentum gets going. But you can't, how many days does it take to form a habit? 30. Yeah, 30 days. So we give it a week, we get rejected a few times, and we go, oh, and then we crawl back into our shell, and we lick our wounds. You got to be out there every day doing that. For next year, I'm redoing our activities board thing. Is to the things we talked about a couple months ago, having you guys do those things. They are the good thing that you'll know exactly how many points you're picking up each week, because you'll have a score sheet of how many points you get for each of those categories and things. So you'll know where you stand on these things. So, but we're re-gearing it to things that I think will help you to get business. We want you guys to have a successful 2021, and we're working on putting those together. The other thing, and I'm almost finished with it, and I'll get it out. We'll probably go back last couple of weeks at least, once I get this nailed down. Every closing that you have in the office, so whether you have the buyer or the seller, I'm either going to send out a buyer survey or a seller survey, asking for the input and feedback on how the transaction went and how things were with you, and asking for a recommendation, or not a recommendation, a testimony of what you did. So I'm saying that out as the broker, And I do a short video on there. Hey, I don't always get a chance to know the great things my agents are doing. So if you could give us some feedback, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if there's things we need to work on, let us know that too, because we want to improve what we do in that. So what I'll do is we do a closing. I'm going to send that out to the your buyer or your seller and hopefully get a survey back from them. So that's coming from me, and hopefully we get some more feedback, and hopefully we get testimonies for you that you can take testimonies and use those as promoting. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to send out a survey to the agent on the other side. So we'll see how their perceptions of what you did. I know there's some agents we probably don't want to send them to, but we'll still do it anyway. So those are some things that we're working on. We should have in place here the next few days here and start to do those. So I didn't want you to get caught off guard if your clients say, what's this about? Yeah, my broker sends out on all our closings.
We should also, at the very minimum, when you sell a house, we should, we need to set them up or have them set it up where automatically where they get the 4 touches a year from there. It's only $25 to touch them 4 times a year. So if you forget, at least it's getting done. Something's being done.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to set that up.
Let me.
Set up and then it kind of went away again.
Kind of dwindled, right?
People didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to read.
Yeah, it's only $25. Yeah.
So let me show you. What I'll do is I'll show you a sample of Google Docs.
Yeah. And I also do give them where it sends out the postcards. I only do 50 people, it only costs me $36. So when you list goes to an area with the people and sell
It reminds you to do that.
they remind me.
I haven't had them remind me in years.
Yeah, and I always get 1 or 2 weeks from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a seller satisfaction survey. And okay, it won't play. So here it comes out like this. The only thing is that in the email, the seller satisfaction survey thing is a little bit dark in there, or it's yellow, but I want to have the yellow colors for the theme. So the email is a little bit hard to see. But if we need to adjust it because it's too hard to see, we'll do that. So basically it's going to send out, here's what they'll get. There's a word from me as a broker, just tell them, hey, it's less than a minute, I think. And then there's a survey, their name, their agent's name, how to satisfy with the presentation, 1 to 5, which is like least about, best and least about the listing presentation process. It is for sellers. How satisfied with the marketing of your home. What were the marketing tools you appreciated most in the marketing of your home? How satisfied were you with the communication your agent gave? How could communication have been better? And I put if applicable. So, but probably could be. What were the strengths of your listing agent in the sales process? What were the weaknesses of your listing agent in the sales process? How satisfied with your interactions with your transaction coordinator? And if we get a bunch of 1s, we dump her. See if she's. Yeah, I sent a sample one to Connie to do it, and she rated everybody low, and then the TC she gave a 5. So everybody else was like, no, this is true. That's true. How satisfied with the escrow process, including the escrow company, so we want to know if an escrow company is serving our clients well too. So we need to know that as well. Are there suggestions or feedback we can send to the escrow company or the officer or the team? How satisfied with the listing agent? We have satisfied enough that you would recommend your agent to friends, family, or neighbors, or coworkers.
Yeah, I would have stopped at 5 questions. I would have just moved on to my next email.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does anybody else feel like that?
It doesn't take long to.
Well, I know, but I get.
Yeah, it's like that.
Something like that.
How many is it? Just curiously.
Yeah.
Well, I would think more people don't than do.
If it takes more than a minute, I don't want to do it.
See, if it's more than.
It didn't take me long at
Yeah.
all.
But he's asking.
Did you write a testimony, Connie?
It was just the yes and no bubbles.
No, you need feedback.
But you need feedback.
Yeah, I do surveys all the time like that.
Yeah.
Do you fill in the blanks?
Me? Yes.
No, stand on.
Well, we'll try it for a little while, see what sort of response we get. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You can do it before you give them the
Yeah.
keys.
What?
You can do it before you give them
Yeah,
the keys.
to get the keys.
And
Once the survey is filled out.
and then it'd be good, otherwise you'll just get one.
You know,
key.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
But also what I say in the video is, hey, if you're taking the time, there's a gift for you. So at the very end, yeah, to help with your thank you gift, complete the survey, you know, what do you like best? Ice cream, coffee, breakfast, movies, or surprise me? So they click that, and then where can we send the gift to? And then we'll do that. So that's where we're hoping that they take the time to do that.
You should put that at the top.
What?
So you should put that at the
Yeah,
top.
that should be. number
Ah, that's
one.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, that should be number one, you're right.
But you could also maybe, if you know something's gonna close in the last like 2-3 days, if you're feeling good about it, then maybe you can say, please let us know what you would like so we can bring it when we deliver the key.
Hang on, guys, quiet. I can't hear. Say it again, Carla.
So if you're confident that it's gonna close if 2 or 3 days before, then maybe send this out and say, please pick, you know, what you prefer here so we can bring it when we drop off the keys.
Isn't it being closed, like this is sent out when you close it out?
Well, that's what she said.
She's saying if we know it's going to close, then send it out. You know, I would because a lot of some of the things in there are with the escrow company and that with the closing. I think we want the thing to fully close.
Okay.
But I do like the idea of putting that right underneath the broker thing is for completing the survey. What do you like? And have them do that. So they know that they know there's something there, and that'll hopefully keep them engaged. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
Most of the time, it's just I don't have time to fill them out. I'm running.
But it's not going to you.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, people in general. I'm not-
But yeah, but I think people in a large transaction like that are they
Take the time. Yeah, maybe.
I think they'll take the time.
See what happens.
Yeah. But I think if I move that up there, the gift thing at the top, I think that'll help. Just so I want you guys to be aware that's coming out. And then I'll show you what it does. What it does is, oops. Then what happens is it automatically comes into, so here's seller satisfaction. It automatically comes into a spreadsheet. It's time stamped from them, and all their comments, information that are there that we can go over then those comments and things with you as we get those.
So it's a report card.
So basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool thing. So let me see, where do we go? Where's everybody at? Stop sharing. There we go. Who did we lose?
People are so mad at me when
Oh, we lost James because you came in here. Okay. Anything that stop recording?
Actually,